What if the reason you feel like you never have time is because your brain is hiding it from you? I know that sounds odd, but stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how to make time for everything that actually matters, without waking up at 4 a.m., without forcing discipline you don't have, and without turning your life into a rigid schedule that collapses after 2 days. Most people think their problem is not enough time, but research from Duke University shows that around 40% of what you do every day runs on habit, not conscious choice, which means almost half your day is on autopilot. And if your autopilot is set to distraction, avoidance, or scrolling, your time disappears long before you notice it's gone. So the first step isn't time management. It's understanding where your time is leaking. Think about your day like a bucket with tiny holes. A quick scroll on your phone, switching tasks every few minutes, starting something without a plan. These seem tiny, but studies from the University of California show it can take over 20 minutes to refocus after even a small distraction. So you may feel busy all day, yet somehow get nothing done. It's like cooking dinner while someone keeps turning off the stove. So how do we fix this? Strangely enough, the answer is to shrink your to-do list. People who seem to do everything aren't doing more, they're doing fewer things that matter. Psychologists Kahneman and Tversky showed how we consistently overestimate what we can do in a day. That's why your to-do list feels like a guilt trap. So here's a better question to ask yourself every morning. If I could only finish 3 things today, which ones would actually move my life forward? Not the things that make you look productive. Not the things that satisfy other people's expectations. The things that actually improve your life over time. Once you identify those, everything else becomes optional background noise. Now that you know what matters, you need to give those things a home in your day. This is where time blocking comes in. And no, you don't need a perfect hourly schedule. Think of time blocking as creating dedicated zones for different types of work. Your brain focuses better when it knows this part of the day is for this kind of task. Enjoying this? Subscribe and comment your biggest time challenge. Research on implementation intention shows that when you decide when and where you'll do something, your chances of following through skyrocket. But if your life is unpredictable, make your blocks flexible. Instead of workout at 6 p.m., try sometime between 5 and 7, I'll do my workout. Same structure, less pressure, and always add buffer time. Life is messy. Your schedule should expect that. But even with time blocks, there's one more secret: friction. Humans naturally choose the path of least resistance. Behavioral scientists like B.J. Fogg explain that when motivation is low, which is most of the time, we only do things that are easy to start. So instead of relying on discipline, make good habits easier to begin than bad ones. If you want to read more, put the book where you'll see it. If you want to waste less time on your phone, charge it in another room. If you want to work out, set your clothes out the night before. These sound tiny, but lowering the start barrier by even a few seconds makes a huge difference. Aim to make every important habit startable in under 20 seconds. Once you start, momentum does the rest. Finally, you have to protect your energy, not just your time. You can schedule your day perfectly, but if you're mentally drained, none of it will stick. Psychologists debate how strong the effect is, but most agree that mental energy rises and falls during the day, and your productivity follows that curve. So match your tasks to your energy. If you think clearly in the morning, do your hardest work then. If afternoons make you sluggish, do routine tasks during that dip. And if your schedule fights your energy patterns, use micro rests. 5 to 10 minutes of walking, breathing, or resetting. These tiny breaks restore focus far better than powering through for an hour. So, can you really make time for everything? Not everything all at once, but everything that matters, absolutely. Because it was never about squeezing more hours out of the day. It was about choosing what deserves space in your life, building habits that support those choices, and creating an environment where your brain stops working against you and starts working for you. So here's the question I want you to carry with you. If you rebuilt your day from scratch, not based on habit, pressure, or guilt, but based on who you want to become, what would you keep and what would you let go? Your answer to that is where your real time begins. Comment your next step and hit subscribe for more.